1 second. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by the upcoming reality show Chase the Dream Baltimore. See a group of fresh, talented artists with personalities as strong as their rhymes navigate through life, love, and the entertainment business. Who will rise to the top while they chase the dream? Visit facebook.com/chase the dream now. So we got special guests in the building. Introduce yourself, sir.
Word, man. Tre Da Kidd, man. 300 Entertainment. We in the building, man. Running.
All right, we just got through listening to your single.
Word.
Which is dope, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it greatly.
Cause she was having a bad day, and you brighten up her day a little. She's great. She's great.
I never have a bad day. I just like to voice my opinion when I have an opinion.
And you do. You have a lot of opinions, which is good. You're supposed to have those things.
Yeah.
I do too. I have a lot of opinions.
Yes.
So I guess I'll start from the beginning. Where'd you grow up?
Annapolis, Maryland, man. Born and raised, man. Representing all day. Like I always say in every interview, I got mad love for B-More though, man. B-More like really, help, push my career forward. So yeah, man, Annapolis, Maryland, been flowing all my life, man. Not one of these, Jack in the Box dudes who just popped out of nowhere, man. This decades of hard work, and now it's finally paying off. Yeah,
definitely. I guess your situation is a little bit different for you than when you was here last time.
Right.
But your energy was good at that time, and it's still good now. I guess for people that don't know, how did you get started in music?
Growing up, my pops was a DJ, so music always been in the crib, man. I used to go on gigs with him, just watch him, like help him with the crates, and like I always was just in love with everything about music, like from the cover work of a vinyl or just the sounds and everything. So at a young age, I just started using his equipment and learned how to record myself on tape. And once I wrote my first rap, it was nonstop from that day, and that was '94 off the Loonies. I Got 5 on the beat. I'll never forget. Yeah.
God, that's crazy.
Remember
that? I'll tell you something funny about the Loonies. So I got into a fight with one of the Loonies. Okay. So Loonies. So I Got 5 when it was out. Like they was popping. So we talk about 94, 95. Okay. So I myself, Are You the Bomb was out at this time.
Of course.
So I thought I was popping. Okay, so I produced that record for those that don't know, and so that's a Baltimore club record here, and so we in the record store. The Loonies was on a promo in Westview. Okay, so the Loonies.
What's the name of it?
What was the name of the record store?
Yeah.
Electronics and More. Okay, so we had Metros was right down from us, and so we was okay. All right, so anyway, so this is a DJ store of records, turntables, mixtapes, that kind of stuff. So Loonies is on a promo run. So they're in the mall. So they were staying at the hotel was across the street, but it was in town doing promo. So I was messing with a girl that worked in the mall. So Loonies comes. So like I said, their song is popping. So they in the mall. They walking through the mall, whatever. And so one of them approaches the girl who I was messing with. So she didn't care that they was the Loonies. She was like, no, I ain't trying to talk to you. So he's right. So he's like, I'm popping, I got money, that type of thing. So she was like, no, I got a boyfriend, da, 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 da. So he's like, fuck your boyfriend, right? So she was like, all right. So she goes and tells me.
Oh boy.
So it just so happened we was deep in the store because we was gonna go to the club. We was going to the Paradox, so it was a Friday, and so we was deep in there. So she was like, what the fuck? So I didn't know that it was the Loonies initially. We just knew somebody, fuck you, come outside. So it's them, some words get exchanged, got a little crazy, but it was very funny. However, she probably should have talked to him because the guy that she ended up cheating on me with, Yuckmouth would have been a lot better choice than this random ass Yale Heights nigga that she. Okay, so there it is. There's my story.
Word, that's crazy.
But it's a good beat though.
Definitely a good beat.
It was definitely a dope beat.
Yeah.
But all jokes aside, do you think that your father kind of like embraced the fact that you wanted to do music and you know, are thankful that he allowed you to use his equipment to start yourself.
Word, I say it all the time, man, and I'm a father myself. My son, he a real big sports kid, and that's kind of me, you know, pushing on him. Every father want their kid play ball. Or, you know. My pops wasn't one of those type of fathers. Like, once he seen I was in love with music, like, you could play basketball if you want, but we doing this, you know what I mean? God rest his soul. My pops passed away April 5th of this year.
Oh,
so,
sorry for your loss.
Yeah, man, it's just like he always was the one that was like, look, this what we doing, you know what I mean? Late nights here, let me go in the room. Right. Keep my mother calm, like, cause he knew I used profanity at a young age in the
And you know, so mothers are always.
I'm gonna go in the living room, you know, baby your mother up, you go in there, do your thing. So he was definitely very supportive of this whole, you know, thing that I want.
He's like one of your biggest inspirations.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's great. So you said you're a father now. Like, what kind of sports does your son like?
He big on football. He just definitely just a sports kid all around, but football, like. He showed a lot of flashes there.
Okay. At least he say he's a Raven. The Raven.
He said so he like whoever winning or whoever on the cover of Madden or something. At the time, but he did. When my mom was alive, she had him, you know, on the Ravens hard. So he partial Ravens though.
We can work with that.
Good.
So what do you have coming out next?
I'm actually working on a project right now, an EP. Might be titled His Story. The Run It song just, you know, opened up so much for me. It got like nearly 800K streams already in, you know, like 2 months. So once the label seen that, they like, let's go forward and do some more stuff. And right now I just been in the studio, just working, just doing interviews, getting my name out there more, and just constantly grinding. I got a documentary out Verizon just did on me. It's just been
big.
Congratulations.
Verizon just did a big thing.
Huge write up on me. So it's been a blessing to even be doing this.
So the speaking of Verizon, I guess let's talk about the Freestyle 50.
Right.
Let's talk about that experience.
The crazy thing about the Freestyle 50 thing is I was actually on BT 106 in Park Freestyle Friday a few years ago. So I was kind of over like the whole contest way of getting on. So I was just like real going hard, like dropping mixtapes, using social media as a tool every week, dropping freestyles, giving my fans, you know, a chance to like, yo, what beat y'all want me rock? And I'll do it for you. So every Friday I was already doing freestyles, and a girl from around my way, she hit me up, was like, yo, I just heard something on the radio that Verizon and a record label doing, you know, some huge contests. I brushed it off, you know what I mean? I'm in the studio at the time. I'm like, I'm focused on making the music. So later on that day, another girl hit me up and was like, oh, I just was on the radio, and they doing this thing, they giving away all this money, blah, blah, blah. So now I'm like, I hit my manager, Angela, up. I'm like, yo, what's up with this, you know, Freestyle 50 thing? We went on, you know, looked into it. And the crazy thing about it is, it never said that you had to do one entry video. So I went in and made like 5, 6. And I'm tagging Kevin Lyles, I'm tagging Verizon, I'm tagging every radio station. Before you know it, I'm one of the regional finalists to, you know, go to 92Q. Damage the competition there. They flew me out to Atlanta. It was 7 national finalists. I was one of them. And here I am, 10K later, a single deal. Meeting Kevin Lyles, just going all around the world. So my whole life just changed in the last year. And like I said, I lost both parents in, you know, that 7 months of doing this.
So that was a blessing, actually.
Yeah,
that was a blessing. It was like it came right on time.
Yeah, like I lost my mom like right before I actually was the regional finalist, and I lost my dad a week before the single release. So it was like, you know what I mean? So I didn't really have no time to like grieve or just overthink. It's like I just got something taken away from me, but like the biggest blessing in return, you know what I mean? So it's definitely been
that's what they say. They
Yeah.
say for every death there's a new life, and for every you know, something that passes, something's reborn. So you know,
Most
maybe that was their gift to you, like.
And that's exactly what it feels like. It most definitely feel like every time something happens, I'm like, that got me them out there working. So
Definitely.
It's been dope, man.
Definitely. You've reached a lot of milestones in thus far. What do you think is the biggest stage that you've been on? Doing Summer Jam this year, just to be the opening act. Like, I really jumped Hot 97 Summer Jam off this year, and the lineup was crazy. You had Lil Yachty there, Davies, Remy Ma. Like, it was just it was just crazy. So to be the one to start the show off, it was like good luck.
That and
you set the tone.
I'm really like, I don't really go back and listen to myself a lot or look at myself, but like, I always get overwhelmed seeing me kill that Sway freestyle though. Just to have Sway compare me to the first time he heard Nas and Outkast was like,
I saw that.
That was big. So Sway and that Summer Jam been like,
that's definitely definitely
so how does
big
your
thing.
son look at you now? Does he does he get to go to school like my dad's
Yo, what's crazy? My son, like, he real, like, he not like an outspoken kid. He real, like, I wouldn't call him shy, like bashful. So he never really showed me any signs of like him even liking music.
Right.
But lately he just been everywhere. Play my father's song.
That's how you supposed to do it.
One day he like, you gonna get me fidget spinners because you got all the money now. I'm like, let's not start
this spinner
early.
Just think like it's just, I'm just he been my biggest fan lately, like out of nowhere. So
that's good though. That means you're setting a positive, role model. And we were just talking about this before we came on.
Definitely.
Setting some role models for kids to go by, because there's not really none these days, and when they see their parents grinding towards their dreams, it keeps them dreaming. Is that really your aim?
Yeah, no, most definitely. Like, it's just to really show my son, like, in football, what you want to do, don't think that it's far-fetched. Like, I'm a kid from Annapolis, Maryland. Like, where I'm from, we never seen nobody on national TV or on Hot 97 or just any of that stuff. So it just make you believe
anybody coming from the area.
Yeah, just anybody. So I done had even people older than me, like, that I never even knew had a dream, like, come to me like, yo, you made me want to go and do this, or you know what I mean. So it's definitely a dope.
That's powerful.
To be that one in the light to do that.
Especially with things that are going on, the times that we are in with, all these shootings and all these killings, and especially with Baltimore being like very, very high on the crime rate.
Right.
I think it's very important that we have young black men come out and say that there is a positive way of doing things. So I do congratulate you and commend you for that, and hope that others, take heed to that and see that and, try to follow that.
Right.
I was having a conversation / argument with one of my DJ homeboys about DJ Khaled.
Right.
And so he said that Khaled is annoying, and he doesn't like the fact that he's always talking about his son, and I have a completely different outlook on that. What do you feel about?
It's crazy. I had this conversation about a week ago. I think it's more the media trained. That's like the memes. They make like little memes of his son saying how annoying he is. But it's like, when has it not to be cool, like, to display like your father?
Right,
So I think the media like really trained that into people's brain, like that is annoying. Like I never really used to like DJ Khaled pictures, but like everyone with his son now, I like it because it's like, yo, you showing him like so early, like what to do. You know what I mean?
I think that, but I think it's also like you said. Once you're programmed to think that fathers are not supposed to be there, anytime you see somebody, for example, ball, with his father. He needs to tone it down.
Well, I mean,
no,
he kind of.
He was.
He kind of is.
He was outrageous, but at the same token, it's like, why should I calm down being happy to be a father?
I get it though. I get it.
I should I should own the fact that I'm a father, right?
He's hands on. The
Yeah,
big baller, right?
Isn't that what he's supposed to do?
He is hands on.
He's making sure his son is set, and I feel like
Sons.
sons.
Because we jump between him and Callie.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're jumping, but no, I'm just
Yeah, it's
saying,
all
like,
good.
you know, isn't that what you're supposed to do? I think that you should, you know, even if you're a woman and you have kids, you supposed to represent for your kids just like your kids are supposed to represent for you. And I feel like if you start early, when you need it, your children or child won't hesitate to jump because you've showed them that love.
Love, right.
And what's wrong with showing love to your family?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the part I was lost by.
Yeah, I don't understand that. They rather hear more. They be like, no, forget all the family stuff. We need more drug talk. I mean,
like, no, I want to spend time with my husband. You know, I'm proud to say husband. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to be baby mother number 5. No, I want to be wife. So promote that and not promote leaning.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's bad.
I got you.
No, it's really bad. Like, I was walking from the store the other day, and this young dude was just in the alley, no shirt, pants.
Young, like how young?
And leaning.
How young? You think?
He was probably no more than 22.
Oh wow.
And he was out. Like I really had to yell at him, like, get up, it's about to rain. Like, get up. But he was so leaned out, it was just.
That is sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is sad. What Jay-Z's 444 album? Have you had a chance to listen to that?
I actually, I don't want to sound like a crazy groupie, but I actually,
That's okay.
already
I think
had
we
title.
are.
Already had the title.
Right.
I got it off Apple Music, and I actually went and bought the hard copy.
Okay.
But I'm still, it's just like, that's something that's just always been in me from my pops. Like,
the hard copy.
All the vinyls, I still buy hard copies. Like, I purchased 2 Chainz hard copy. The Khaled album, I wasn't really too fond on it more than Major Key, but Jay-Z album definitely, it touched it. It touched the spot that was missing in hip hop.
I agree with that.
Definitely touched the spot.
He's getting some flack though.
I mean, because it's not negative. Because he's talking about, again, being a husband and being a father and building stocks.
But you know what's crazy about that too? Like I said, I've been listening to it. I actually know the CD word for word. But as the more and more I listen to it, that's another thing to me. Like the media train. Like the only song I really hear him doing that on is the story of OJ for real. Like Hov been telling us these lines. Like in American Gangster, the own your master's slave mentality. Like he been telling you own your masters. He been giving you this game.
Make sure
it's just the media put so much on that story of OJ song. Like when I listen to 444, the more I listen to it, I hear a song from every Hov album.
Yeah.
Like, this sound like something.
Yeah, but it's no party cuts.
That's what when I did buy the hard copy, I wish those 3 songs, like one of them would have gave me, like
but that's the point. The point is we have so many party cuts.
From him, he has a lot. He got a lot of party cuts.
That are out now. That's all we're hearing is party. But at the end of the day, I'm sorry, I can't party Monday through Friday because I gotta go to work Monday through Friday. I might come out on a Saturday if I feel like it, but Sunday you better not call me because come Monday I have to work. So at the end of the day, I don't, me listening to trap music, that's just because in my mind I want to feel like I'm trapping because in reality my trap is getting up and going to work no matter what because I got bills to pay. So I do sometimes want to hear music that's complimenting me on the fact that I am getting up and prioritizing to pay bills and be responsible.
I haven't thought about it that way. That's a great way to put it. And I'm the same way though. I'm like, I listen to the way I feel, you know what I mean? Like some days I feel like Future, I feel like turning up. Some days I feel like Jay, but I said, I think musically and sonically the way the album sound, that's the part that kind of, bring back hip-hop to me, like the boom bap beats, not too. Because a lot of these songs nowadays, the beat compliment the artist more than the artist compliments the beat. And I've been in an old interview, Jay-Z saying, like, hip hop is like the hardest form of music to make because we gotta be an instrument on top of instruments. Like we gotta flow with the beat, we gotta catch the bass line for the hook, this and that. But
we gotta know where to breathe.
And I think like that's the part of the game that's really missing. And I appreciate that. Like I still write. I can't go in the booth and freestyle. I could do it, but I would feel like I'm shortening myself and my fans. Like I really take the time to sit down, write the music. Like whether I'm in a dark space, whether it's a studio full of girls or just my homeboys, but we gonna write. Y'all, we gonna sit in here all night if I got something to do with it.
So do you think that's really the part that most of these new artists are lacking? Because I seen the interview with Migos and Joe Budden, and I seen comments because I read comments all the time, and it was like everybody was mad, thinking that Joe Budden is hating Migos.
He is a hater.
Whether he's a hater or not, but in true form, for somebody who's been in the industry long enough to know the ins and outs.
Talking about Joe Budden?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, Migos been in the industry for 2 seconds. You know what I mean?
Well, let me say this. In those 2 seconds, which is really like 4 years, but in that time, they've had more hits than Joe Budden has had.
Commercial.
So can he
commercial hits?
What else? Yes. What other is a hit? What's another hit? Oh, an underground hit. He don't have no underground hits neither.
Yes, he does.
Like,
come on. I've been to several shows, and every show is packed to brim with people. Everybody knows every song that he sings from every album that he has, including the 3 that wasn't.
When you say packed, you mean that like it was like at the Auto Bar? Like how big was the venue?
BB King's in New York.
Okay, well
that's
a decent size.
Like,
okay.
Really, like I mean that's the whole thing. People are just looking at it from a commercial side. There's so many different aspects to the industry that you can break even in that. People, the media only shows you one side. That's the commercial side. That's what gets played in the clubs and on the radios and things like that. They don't show you that loyal following that people have. That they are making this money. If it's 3 of y'all, if it take 3 of y'all to make more than what I'm worth, then I don't consider you to be a bigger star than me.
My take on it is I really think the appreciation in hip hop is gone. Like dudes like Joe Buttons don't appreciate these new guys who really like. It's not as hard for them as where it was for J's, the Buttons, the Nas's. Like so, you gotta appreciate that these dudes like really making it off doing less work. It's not as hard and still, making an honest living off it. Then you got the younger generation who just don't appreciate hip hop. Like, I can't not listen to everybody if I'm gonna say I'm a hip hop artist. Like, you get what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
I listened yesterday. I listened to 21 Savage album just because me as an artist, I still want to know what people in tune with.
And what's
it's
out
not
there.
The lyrics, maybe his sound. He might be creating a new sound. Like I remember one point in time where hip hop was at. We wasn't doing hooks. We was using the chopped and screwed joints, and that's a hook. Like Rick Ross hustling.
Yeah.
We went that era. Then we went in the snap era. Maybe if people just appreciate like what's hot right now, use what you got. Like that's my style. Like I'm more of the hardcore lyrics is tight, but I rap off a lot of southern. That hard.
So what they call trap beats. You rap off those.
But I will rap lyrical over trap because
that's good.
My whole take on approaching the track is like we talked about commercial hits. Big Pimpin' was a commercial hit, but Jay still was spitting.
Right.
Juice, One More Chance, but Biggie was still giving you punchlines, metaphors. The flow was crazy.
Definitely.
So it's like I wouldn't necessarily say I would dumb my flow down just because I'm on a trap beat. Like I want to approach every song like.
But I mean,
I
think that's the difference. But you said it yourself. That's the difference between a lot of artists from back in the day to now. It's like I have to appreciate all the forms of art that come with whatever job that I'm doing in this industry. So if I'm gonna be a rapper you know, I can't come to this interview and act like I don't want to do the interview.
Right.
Because then it shows. And so if I'm the person that's interviewing you, I don't want to ask you a question because now your attitude is shady. You know, so it goes both ways. So I have to be open to receive whatever it is you're willing to give me, and you have to be open to receive what it is I'm asking.
Word.
And so that's what it is. And whatever happens to the training classes?
You talking about as far as artists?
Yeah.
Yo, no, we don't do that no more. We don't do that no more.
I was in an interview, I can't remember where, but they was like, do you take media training? I'm like, nah, I never. It's just like I said, the appreciation and the passion, like sitting here with y'all, I feel the same as when I was sitting next to K Slay or when I was sitting next to Sway. Like, I come here on time, like. And I think that's what dudes like forget. Like, yo, you forgetting this could be taken away from you because it's always another rapper in line. So I don't just want to. I remember since we on Jay, like he just like I said, dropping jewels. I remember on Breathe Easy when he'd say like, and I got the best interviews. And when I was young, I'd be like, all right, who cares? But now going back, I see what it mean. Like that when you deliver dope interviews, it just open up more. Like a lot of people might don't want to work with you once he Hollywood. I don't want to talk.
Or go the other way, where they thought you was Hollywood, but they listened to an interview and it was like, yo, he cool, yo, he all right. So yeah, you get a lot from that.
Definitely. Respect or you lose respect, and then I also feel like when you in rap, you come from anywhere. You know, you can come from South Baltimore, you can come from Nashville, you can come from everywhere. Accents are there, dialect is there, but when you do an interview, you need to pronunciate. You need to speak as if you had some sort of formal education, because that speaks a lot about who you are as an artist.
Oh, that's right.
Because if I listen to you and your song is hot, but then I hear you speak and it's just ridiculous, that changes how I feel about listening to you.
Word, most
because I feel dumb after I listen to a song of somebody who can't speak English.
Yeah, right.
Wow. There you have it. How active are you on social media?
I'm very active. Like for real, like that's been like a big, building block for my career. Like, my phone, if I lose my phone, anything happens to my phone.
We just talking about that
I ain't
earlier.
one of those type, like, don't wait. I go buy a brand new now. Like, my phone messed up, like, a few weeks ago. I was like, they was like, we could wait and give me a new one. Now, right?
Yeah, we just went through that.
To pick it up from, I got gas.
Then, just like, I always been, like, a sociable dude, you know what I mean? So like I interact with people. Like I said, that's where the whole freestyle thing came from. Like I remember I did on my Facebook Live one time, like an any beat challenge, like writing the comments and like people like before you know it, I'm going in so much that it's hundreds of people like rap off this. Like one dude like rap off Michael Jackson Thriller, and I actually did it. They went crazy, so it was like.
But that's a good marketing tool. That's a good tool. I feel like
keep you sharp too.
One of the right, because the internet, they will do you in. If they don't like you, they gonna let you know they don't like you. If they love you, they gonna give you a chance. Right. And I think it's also creative. We also had talks about this on previous shows. When you was coming up back in the day, we didn't have internet. Right. Of course you had the videotapes. Of course you had ADATs, but you didn't have anything like the internet that we have now. Right. And then YouTube, thank God for YouTube, because you post 100 videos, by the 101 you sign somewhere. So I do think it's good. So what do you think about using those type of things?
I think for real, man, my advice to anybody is like be as active as you can be on social media. Like you never know who watching on there. Like I remember just will randomly post videos, pictures, and then I'm used to getting my hometown love, and then you see Captain Lyle's like this joint, or you know what I mean, or just saying like the attraction of people who I never thought would see me just nowhere, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I tell all artists, like, use social media to your advantage, man.
Because you never know who knows
it's
who.
the time we in it. I see a lot of like dudes. I remember Jeezy said he wasn't with the whole Instagram thing, but now
he's on there.
He recorded
I
a video.
follow.
He was
He's
like,
on there.
yeah, he's like this thing where it's at right now. I mean, it's just. It can be a gift and a curse because one day they could crucify
That's
you, be
why
a
I
meme
said.
in a minute. So you gotta watch what you do.
A serious one too.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And they don't care.
Michael Jordan whole legacy
Into a whole crying
Man,
face.
this man, the god of basketball.
This man,
But
the
that
God of
crying
Jordans,
babe
but
is
that cry
freaking
face
hilarious.
is everywhere, and it comes so good.
It's
When
funny,
it
though.
It come. When it come. That cry face comes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially on LeBron this past season. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry, LeBron, but them memes they made of you, bro.
Who were you rooting for?
I'm a realistic sports fan at the end of the day, man.
So
Like
you
I'm
already
always
knew.
like, I don't like the moment they picked up Kevin Durant. I'm like, just get him a ring, man. They already scoring 120 a game
By theyself.
without him. So I'm like, LeBron is great. Don't get me wrong. Like, but at the end of the day, he only human, and you got a 7-foot score out there. Like, it's crazy that. Durant did everything I said he would do. I said he would average 35 a game, and 55% shooting was a little bit out my range. But
for the
like,
most
I
part,
knew
you
he
were
would do
accurate.
that. Yeah, like,
I mean,
come
but-
on, LeBron can't go. But the NBA, man, it's just been getting too dumbed down. I always been a hooper growing up, but like, I got a big appreciation for football. Like, I drove all the way to Green Bay last year. I'm a Green Bay fan. 15 hours to see my boys
You and my
live.
niece.
So. Yeah,
Wow.
like, I got a
Nice.
real big appreciation for football.
I mean, I flew to Miami for the Ravens.
yeah,
So I mean,
Yeah, but you flew.
I drove.
He drove.
I mean,
What's that flight? What was that flight to Miami? Like
Like
it was.
2 hours.
I flew and then we got a rental car.
Okay, well, yeah, there you go.
I mean, no, I get it. I'm a sports fan too, and I just think like some of these, they need to get these refs together first and foremost.
Calls is crazy.
Let's not let these refs off the hook, because even in football, they've been playing really out of pocket lately. I don't know what it is. I don't know who done got in their mind, but they need to correct all these refs, because I mean, it ain't been the same since the Seahawks won that score. You remember that game?
Yeah.
The refs just ain't been the same since. So I
That
don't know
was
what
on
they
us.
did, but
That was on us.
I don't know what they did, and then the replacement refs, when the other refs said
remember
no,
that. I
was
remember
the
that.
worst.
I remember that.
I don't know where they got them, and they must have been a freshman class. They might wasn't even finished. They must wasn't even finished training and said, "We need y'all. Come on, just know what you know."
Go ahead and shout out your social media and how people can stay in touch with you and your movement.
Man, make sure y'all follow me at Tre Da Kidd, KIR. That's everywhere. That's TREDAKIDKIR. Make sure you go download the single, Run It. Available everywhere: Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Google Play. Make sure you go check out my website, www.tredakid.com. And just be on the lookout for everything, man, that I'm doing, man. It's gonna be major. This gonna be a great year.
Talented brother that you are.
Definitely. I definitely want to wish you much continued success in all your endeavors and all that. Anything we say before we get out of here?
I just want to shout out my city, man, Annapolis, man. I told y'all I got us from day one. I said that. Shout out to B More. Shout out to the whole DMV and my label, man. 300, man. We running it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's well said. Well said. Anything you want to say?
It's Rifah to you. That's it. Have a great weekend. Y'all know where we at. If I may,
It's Rifah to you, not to be confused.
No, not to be confused. It really is Rifah to you. And I hope I gave you a little bright moment in your day.
You did. I'm sure that they feel that. Take some pictures.